Happy Saturday and welcome back to my channel. First, let me say again, thank you guys so much for the love and the support. Reaching 1,000 subscribers is a huge deal to me. It's very small to a lot of YouTubers and some of even you that have larger channels. But for me, I'm just excited about that. That's like super exciting. So thank you. Thank you so much for the comments. I love that. I'm building relationships and I love that too. So today I'm doing a little update and then we're going to talk about ways to save money. So those of you that follow me, you know, my goal for 2021 is saving money. I have some big goals that I'm working on and I'm doing a lot of things differently this year. So one of the things is to stop spending unnecessarily because I would just buy just to buy. And this year I'm trying to do that a lot different. And so far, it's working very well. And I'm super excited about it. I believe that you should always write your visions down to make them plain. That's the word. And I believe it's important to see it visually. So I do vision boards. I do vision pics on my phone. I always have somewhere in my journals things that I'm working on. So in my last video, I shared my sinking funds setup. And it was in this little baby right here. And yes, she looks different this week because I'm still working on her. I shared with you how I was, decorating it to make it more personable. I like it to be pretty when I look at it. So when I purchased it, I just went through and personalized it with the decor myself using things that I've already had. For an example, the butterflies are stickers that I've already had. I've had these stickers for years. When I did my agenda setup, I believe year before last, I used butterflies on my month on 2 pages and week on 2 pages. And these were some butterflies that were left. So I just utilized them and I put them here. And I just like that look. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. And I'm going to show you what else I did. When I shared the video last week, I wasn't really satisfied with the envelopes, but I told you it was workable. So this is what it's looking like now. I really haven't found my quotes yet that I want to go here. So I'm going to add some quotes here for sure. Just haven't found them yet. And remember, I left everything like this. But let me show you what I did. So the Michelle dashboard and this dashboard came out of my old Louis Vuitton MM agenda. Because, you know, I've downsized to a pocket size agenda. And I apologize for that glare. But here we go. After I put the note paper in, here is my first cash envelope. And yes, it looks different. Guess what I did? So when I shared my pocket agenda setup, I'll link that in the cards above. I shared with you this pack of cardstock that I purchased from Michael's. It was $9.99, and this is the paper stock that I made my dividers out of in my pocket agenda. I went back in the same, it's this, you can see the thickness of it. I went right back in this and made covers, inserts to go behind the words. So that is my emergency one, property tax, vacation, Christmas, luxury, house. I think that's the last one. Let me see. And then these are the blank ones. So the envelopes came like this. And I had it customized with the word put right here. And what I did was I went in here. I picked the sheets that I wanted. And I cut them to size. I just went in here and picked out whatever I wanted to use. And I cut them down to the size of the inside of the pocket. And just stuck them in there in the front. And it gave it a totally different look without spending money on, you know, different types of envelopes that I already decorated. So I love that. And it matches my pocket agenda. And they're working together to accomplish the goal that I want to accomplish. So I just wanted to share that with you that, you know, if you are a planner chick, planner lady, planner woman, planner guy, man, whatever, that you often have a lot of stickers. You often have a lot of sticker books. You often have cardstock, vellum, all of those types of things that you can utilize to create what you want when you move into something new without going and purchasing something new. And that's a way of saving money as well. Now, moving on to my savings tips. With my savings, my sinking funds, and for those of you that are not aware of what a sinking fund is, it's when you have an amount that you're going to pay. And I'm going to give you an example of my property tax on my truck. So property taxes on property is paid once a year, various dates for, individuals. However, mine is due in November. So I know about approximately how much that's going to be. It's going to be a little less than what it was the year before. So this year I'm allotting $350 for property tax. So what I did was I get paid every other week. I went and counted how many checks I received from January to end of October is what I did. And I take that number divided by the 350 that I want to have, and that's the amount that I need to put into the sinking fund for property taxes. Sinking fund means drop, decrease. So that means the 350 will decrease every time I put the amount of money in there. It will go down. That is a sinking fund. So you also have things like Christmas that you could do. Anything you're saving for, like a luxury item you want to purchase, a down payment on a home, appliances, a computer. It could be a camera. It could be anything that you know that's going to be a expense outside of your regular expenses that you know is coming up down the road, vacations down the road, and you can knock it out a little bit at a time, and then you don't necessarily have to go in money you already have saved up. You can not go into that check right before the paying event, the paying date. And it's so much easier and you really don't even feel it. So that's why I love the idea of sinking funds. You can have as many sinking funds as you would like. I personally think I have, about 5 or 6 right now, and it may increase, with time. Now, ways to save money. Let me just throw out some ideas with you that I'm doing. So one thing that I've always done is when I break $1, I always save my change. Always been doing that for years. I take the change, I put it into, I have one of those big 5-gallon water jugs. I put the change in there and I just save it. Some people use like smaller size piggy banks. It could be whatever you want it to be, a jar, a glass, whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be purchased as a piggy bank. You can create and design your own piggy bank. That is one idea. So every time you spend money, the change, the quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies that you get back, you keep those and you just put them in a jar or a cup at the end of every day and save it that way. That's one good way. And I'm going to tell you, I did that for a while, and my jug is large. And I started doing it a couple years ago. Well, wait a minute. My daughter's been in college for 3 years. So I started doing it about 4 years ago. And when she got ready to go to college, I only had about this much in there from the bottom. So the jar is very tall. It was only about this much in there, and I gave it to her to take to college with her, and it was $380 in just that little bit of money that I had saved from change. It adds up very, very fast. So that's one way. Another thing you can do is when you're out shopping or when you go get gas, grocery store, or whatever that you use cash for, when you break a $20, $10, or $5 bill, keep all your ones. You can have a jar or a box, shoebox, whatever, and you just throw ones in there. And that could be a challenge for you just to save your ones. You can save your change, you can save your ones, keep your 5, 10s, and 20s if you like. That's another way to save money. Sinking funds, of course, is another way to save money. The other thing I wanted to think about, what was it? Selling items that you don't need. Things that you have in your closet that you know you haven't used in a long time. You know you're not going to use it anymore. Other people would love to have it. So things that you necessarily don't care for anymore, someone else would love. So you could sell those items. Now, I'm going to do a different video on selling items because I believe in the process, but I haven't had great success in the process. And it's just because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't word my descriptions the way they needed to be worded when I was dealing with Poshmark, and I think on OfferUp. So educate yourself on those sites first to make sure that you cover yourself as a seller with describing your items so that you don't have to deal with any type of returns or any type of claims or any type of anything like that. So there's a lot of videos out here. There are a lot of people that do it. Now, the only thing that I would say is I did not realize that the fees that some of these companies like Poshmark, what is that, Macari, is that how you pronounce it? You know, these other sale sites, they do charge a fee. So make sure that your price that you're selling your item is worth the fee that they're going to take out and the money that you're going to get. Other than that, try locally. Try just going on Facebook. Or if you are on Facebook, use Facebook as your place, or you know, the local places that you can sell items. A lot of times there are consignment shops in the area that take luxury items. You can take things there, things that you just don't need, or you know, me, I'm a giver. I like to bless people with things, so I'll give things away to people, but I also sell things too. So those are other things and ideas that you can come up with to save money. Just wanted to throw a little bit of them out there for you. Because right now, you know, it's 2021. In less than, well, in about 1 month, we will be a year of COVID. Who would have thought that we would have had a whole year of a different type of lifestyle? You know, people lost jobs, people were laid off. There were a lot of people whose hours got cut. You know, all types of things happen beyond people control, you know, your control. I'm grateful, you know, I still have my job. My hours stayed the same. However, I was working from home for about 3 months and I've been back. I am a lender in a credit union. So I'm back in the credit union, been back in since June. So I wanted you to know that, you know, a lot of times I think that I don't want to say take life for granted, but cannot take life for granted. We don't prepare for unexpected things that happen. And savings is a way you can be prepared for unexpected things as well as things that you are planning. So I'm going to do another video on being prepared for the unexpected, because I think that the things that I experience at work are worth sharing, just so that it can help someone else to not be caught off guard, to not have their life turned upside down, if they have some other things in play at the same time, if that makes sense. So I wanted to come to you and give you an update on my sinking fund setup. I wanted to remind you that you can always utilize the things that you already have to do and make things. And I wanted to share some ways to save money that you may not think about. And also, I'm going to throw in one more tip. It's almost a way to make money, but you can save the money that you make, is if you have a gift or talent. If you have something that you do, whether it's baking cakes, I know I have friends that make bag charms, whatever your gift, your talent is, if you would like to, you know, get your little side hustle going, making those things and taking that money and saving that money is also another way. I'm really trying to figure out what I want to do even in that area, because there are things that I look for that I wish I could find the services for. Even with YouTube, how to edit and do things on YouTube. There are some YouTubers out there that share editing tips, but really I'm visual because I need to kind of see a little bit more than what you see on the videos. And you could offer that service and then take the money you receive from that service and make that your savings, another savings. So that's savings outside of your income. That's a win-win situation. So those are just ideas that I wanted to throw out there. I hope everybody is staying safe and that you are being a better you. That's all you can really do, because you only have control over yourself. And even God doesn't hold us accountable for what others do. He only holds us accountable for what we do. So be the best person that you can be, so that at the end of the day, everything is well with you and your walk. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions, enter them in the comments below. I love the interaction that I'm receiving. I'm building some great relationships. But until the next video, guys, stay safe, okay? Don't forget to thumbs up the video, like and subscribe, and comment. All right? Have a great day, great weekend, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.